गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषद्वै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have started the contemplation on the book called as Essence of Yogaavasishtha, written by Swami Gyananandaji Maharaj. We have done the revision till first 20 chapter. We have started 21st chapter as flesh, and we are in the shloka number 23rd. Just take one shloka before that, because what is a question been asked by Vasishtha Rishi to Bhusanda? We should know that. So the question asked was, O noble-minded one, how do you remain free from anxiety at the close of the worldly cycles, when violent winds blows and the moon's constellations and the suns are burning? आप अपना मन कैसा एकदम अच्छा रखते हैं, इतनी एंजाइटी रहती, इतनी परेशानी रहती है एट द एंड ऑफ वर्ल्ड साइकिल, एवरीथिंग इज अंडर डिल्यूज, तो आप अच्छे से कैसे रहते हैं? भुषुंड उवाच, पेज नंबर 217, चैप्टर 21, श्लोका नंबर 23. भुषुंड उवाच, यदा शाम्येति कल्पान्ते व्यवहारो जगद्गतः आकाश एव तिष्ठामि विगताखिल कल्पना. So what Bhusanda is telling to Vasishtha Rishi about his question is, at the end of world cycle, when the affair of world ceases at the end of world cycle, I just remain in the space devoid of all imagination. तो मैं आकाश में रहता हूँ और कुछ भी इमेजिनेशन नहीं करता हूँ, जैसा हो रहा है होने दो, हरी इच्छा, nothing to worry. At the Kalpante, I am very calm. So meaning what? In a deep sleep, how your body is maintained. डीप स्लीप में क्या रहता है? अपने को जगत का भी भान नहीं रहता है, कुछ भी नहीं रहता. आपकी बॉडी कैसे मेंटेन होती है? यू आर नॉट आइडेंटिफाइड विद बॉडी, दैट टाइम यू आर नॉट आइडेंटिफाइड विद बॉडी. बट when there is a long deluge, that is death, body disappear. Long deluge of the body disappear, but daily sleep is also called as mini deluge at the individual level. Death is ultimate deluge at individual level, but world continues to exist. Jagat to rahega. Mahapralay is when whole world is absorbed and dissolved in a homogeneous thing. So that's what the shloka number 23 is saying. When all the business of world is zeroed, that time I remain as a space. जब सब खत्म हो गया तो मैं स्पेस करके रहता. I am thought free. And when you are in deep sleep, your status is Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody is only happy. So likewise, he has told Vasishtha ji. Further, he says 24 shloka. Pratapanti yada aditya vyomangana gato yamam varunim dharanam badva tada tishtami dhiradi. When the sun burns, then I remain with composed mind, situated in the area of sky or space, having performed the concentration of mind relating to the ocean or the waters. Now, when sun is burning, he do the concentration of water, viparita dharana. So, earth, water, fire, and air are turmoil, but nothing happens to the space. Space वैसी की वैसी रहने वाली. So, when you are Mr. Nobody, then there is no sankalpa vikalpa. So, you are happy. So daily sleep is a trailer of this Mahapralaya. So real spiritual practice is meditation is this. Give it a try. Dharana. I am the water. Dharana is I am the space. Initially he did the dharana. Now he did the dharana as I am the water. 25. Yada shakalita andri didra vanti pralayavayadva parvati dharana badva khetishtamchalam tada. When the winds of the universal destruction blow, shattering to the pieces of the best of the mountains, then I remain immovable in space and assume the holding concentration related to mind, mountains. So when Winds of the universal destruction are following Pralayakal. So he remains in the space, but with a firm idea that he's a mountain only. So there is waking world also with a waker will disappear. Presently, our bhavana is what I am body, and positive is what is like being space, and negative is I am not a body. So you take a positive. What is like being a space? So what is it like other than the body? So do dharana as I am the space, that I am nobody. So this water dharana is protecting him from the heat of the sun. So I remain unattached there. 26 जगद्गलितमेवार्धीयाते कार्णवतां यदा वायविं धारणं बद्ध्वा सम्पल्वे चलधि तदा. When Meru and other mountains vanish from the world, are reduced to the state of universal deluge, then performing the concentration of mind related to the air, I float about with a steady intellect. So he is doing always a Viparit Dharana. Now Dharana he has done is I am air. I don't get disturbed by anything. I keep on floating. We also do a dharana that I am mother, I am father, I am the son of this thing, and then we suffer in that. This will naturally make you miserable. So we not only suffer, we make others also suffer. We claim that we are spiritual, but why can't we lead our life cheerfully and happily? Bhushundi, in all difficulties, he was doing contrary bhavana. Dharana is ordinary thing. We are suffering due to the bhavana. 27 ब्रह्मांड पारमा असाध्य तत्वान्ते विमले पदे सुषुप्तवास्तया तावत् तिष्ठं न चलरूपया. Having reached the furthermost limit of the universe, I remain indeed in the pure stainless abode, which is limit of reality or the ultimate reality, in the state of profound repose, immovable in nature. So what has been said now is he is saying that he's doing the dharana as weight of earth. So contrary dharana is doing, and I'm say space. So no efforts of weight of the earth is there on him. Pranaspanda nirodhanam sadhana. This is called as pranaspanda nirodhanam sadhana. Now I am living here without any disturbance. So what we should practice is a laya sadhana. When we are doing a laya sadhana, what happens is our Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, Akash, all Panchamahabhutas get dissolved into the mind. This mind gets dissolved into the intellect. This intellect gets dissolved into the Chetana. And this Chetana is a part of Chaitanya. So we become one with the divine. So when Brahmaji is again busy in creating his world, that I enter the Brahmanda, my tree and mountains are there and I go and stay there. So moment Brahmaji creates that, then accordingly this Bhushundi again goes, and so he has done a contrary bhavana. So Kalpanteshu Sthiti continues through the ends of world cycle. So everywhere when there is a deluge, all skies are up, all stars are breaking, all suns are breaking, there is a lot of winds blowing, and he does the Viparit bhavana and he remains with the same body. So third topic is Vichitra Anubhav, wonderful experiences. Yavat puna kamalajaya srushti karmani tishtati tavat pravichya brahmanam tishtami vyagalaye. Meaning when the lotus born creator God again occupies himself with the work of creation, then entering into the universe, I remain on the abode of birds. Again he goes and sit there on the wish fulfilling tree. So, under command of my sankalpa, my thoughts, even in kalpa, at the top of mountain, there is a tree every kalpa. Mat sankalpa vashene va kalpe kalpe puna puna yasminneve gire shrunge taruitam bhavatayam. 29 shloka. Just through the force of my will, in every world cycle, again and again, this tree comes into being like this on the top of this very mountain. There I go and stay. Therefore, bhavana and dharana is extremely important, powerful. Do it in the positive manner. Everything will be beautiful, everything will be nice. Life is constant moment and no stagnation. Unless you change geography, history will not change. Move on, and the only thing you can transcend. Think positive, things will adjust to change. Vashishthushi then asks a question. यथा तिष्ठति पक्षीन्द्र धारणाभि अखिंडतम कल्पन्तेषु तथा अकस्मात् नान्ये तिष्ठन्ति योगिनः. Best among words, for what reason other yogis do not remain or exist at the end of world cycle, as you remain undisturbed or everlasting through your steady contemplation. So kalpa means kalpana. Realize he who has transcended the fear of death, that is extinguished, not nothing to do, nowhere to go. For example, deluge at individual level or at Mahapralaya, story is the same. So individuality has no existence without totality. Jiva is the one common with Jivana. So same reality supporting Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, and likewise, it is separating Jagruti, Swapna, Sushupti, and Samadhi stages. So he has asked now, Vashishta asks, everybody is not there, you are only there. Bhushundi says, Brahmana niyati resha hi durlangaya parmeshwari idrushena maya bhavya bhavyana nishtata drushi. Meaning what? Seja, this indeed is a dispensation of the Supreme Lord, which is difficult to be violated. The Janma Mrityu violate nahi kar sakte. It is to be so accomplished by me of this kind and not so accomplished by those of that kind. So I do the bhavana, other people are not in a position to do the bhavana. So I am very much here, people are not there. People are giving lectures on the spirituality and still are lost in the relative world. They are very much in the relative world. This is a divine will and impossible to go beyond. If you are holding on to the finite, buried under the influence of finite. So what has to be done? Drop colors and forms, come to vision, drop the vision, come to the mind, drop the mind, come to the intellect, drop the intellect, come to the Chetana, drop the Chetana, and what remains is a Chaitanya. So you come to the infinite instead of going lost in the finite of choices, like this type of food, I like that type of food. We are always lost in the finite. Give us the speciality, individuality, and come to give up all speciality, individuality, and come to common substratum. Come back to yourself. All these possible choices, object relations are making you special. How to come back? Let us give ourselves a zero choice. You have to give yourself a zero choice. So further Vashishta asks, Kim Kim Smarasi Kalyanam Chitram Asmin Jagatrame. Blessed one, what wonderful things do you remember in this succession of words? अभी क्या हो गया है? भुषुंडी तो कल्प के अंत तक रहते, फिर कल्प के अंत से फिर से आ जाते, फिर आ जाते, फिर आ जाते. Now Vashishtha Rishi is asking, oh wonderful Bhushundi ji, Mahan Bhushundi, Mahabhavan Bhushundi ji, please tell me what was there. So Bhushundi says, so conquer world, we have to come to sense organs. Drop sense organs, comes to the mind. Mind is a seat for likes and dislikes. Drop that, come to the intellect. Pray, Shreya, right or wrong, withdraw. Take worldly events, good, bad, as a spiritual examination. Your decision, what you want from your life, will determine what you want from world. From this seat of intellect, find out who am I. Then you will come to know whenever you are disturbed, you are somebody, and somebody is buried under the body identification. Therefore, root cause is body identification. So, Badamruti, although functioning through the body, not functioning as the body, this is what we have to practice. For example, reflection in the mirror does not influence the mirror. Mirror alone has become everything in the reflection. As we cannot stop reflection happening, we can't stop body identification. So don't take it to be real. You are the mirror in which body identification is happening. Entry of objects or thoughts in the mind is like entry in the form of reflection. For example, we are looking at Himalaya. It is only a reflection of Himalaya in mind. So enjoy and celebrate. We don't have to do anything abnormal. Live as a normal person, but don't desire. Live as a normal person, don't desire. So I remain in this earth below, without its multitude of mountains, forests and trees, the birds of the birth of the moon, the sun and light, the arrangement of Indra, Lord of the demigod, and his younger brother, taking away the earth by demon Hiranyakashipu, its deliverance by Varaha, the generation of oceans and churning for the sake of nectar of immortality. So he is remembering everything. क्या अर्थ है वो याद है, मल्टीट्यूड पता है, फॉरेस्ट ट्रीज पता है, कहाँ लड़ाई हुई पता है. मुने ते ब्रह्मपुत्रस्य जस्ट जन्माष्टकमिदं किल रेणुका पुत्रता याता षट्वारं हिमहरि. Now he is telling the story one of this Vashishta Rishi says that indeed is the eighth birth for you, the son of Brahma. You are the son of Brahma. Hari, God Vishnu has become the Parshuram for the sixth time here. त्रिशता त्रिपुरवीक्षोभान् द्विदक्षाक्षरसंशयो स्मरामि द्वादशं चेदम् अमृतं बोधिमन्थनम् अधुनैकादशं जन्मं रामनामा हरे भवेत् वसुदेव गृहे चापि भविता जन्म शोटकम्. I remember 30 conflicts of Tripura, 30 cities demons burned by Shiva. two destructions of the religious sacrifice of Daksha, and 12th churning of the ocean of the nectar here. So now there would be 11th birth of Rama, the god Hari Vishnu, and also the 16th birth of Krishna will happen in the house of Vasudeva. So what has to be done? This story is repeating as it is. So don't struggle. Whenever you struggle, you are going on the wrong way. It is just a projection out of a delusion, and illusion appears. So what is the message? All this world is only Bhranti Resha. Nobody is born, nobody dies, there is no creation, there is no destruction. Nothing has ever happened. This is told by who is awakening from sleep. How waker reacts to dream, all that is seen as a dream never exists. So see friends, it is the source. It is the same manner this waking world, Satyuga, Dwapar, Kali Yuga, Avatar, good, bad, worries, achievements, etc. are all Bhranti Resha. Never anything of this type existed. Sometimes this appears like bubble on the water, it appears and disappears. So practice what is it lying being space. In between through will you will not be thoughts will disturb you. Therefore mantra don't talk to yourself, listen to the silence. With transcend upadhi's mind is dissolved. That which is repeated is finite, infinite cannot be repeated. So Bhantesha Jagadrupa na kadachana vidyate, vidyate kada chit chit jalabhut budbhavastita. This delusion in the form of world does not exist at any time, but it also exists sometime remaining like a bubbles on water. It has been seen and not seen, appears not appears. So again now the fourth topic is a prana chinta, reflection of a prana or vital vital air, vital air or bioenergy. So Vashishtuvacha Charatam Jagata Koshe Vyavaravati Api Katham Vyagaraj Rajendram Deham Mrityu Na Badate. 38. King of bird, how is that death does not afflict the body of even those moving about within this world and having affairs of the occupation? Bhusanda uvacha दोषमुक्ता फलाप्रोता वासनातन्तु सन्तति हृदि न ग्रन्थति यस्य मृत्युतं न जिघ्रसति आशायं न दायन्तं मृत्युतं न जिघ्रयसि कामक्रोधादीनोऽयं मृत्युतं न जिघांसि यस्य चित्तं सुविश्रान्तं पदे परमपावने न चञ्चलो मनो यस्य तं मृत्यु न जिघांसि. So to whom this is not troubling, death alone does seek to kill him, in whose are the continuous line of the thread of mental impression, passing through the pearls of faults. He is not strung. Dosha mukta phalaprado. Death does not wish to kill him, whose hope or desire does not burn within. He doesn't have hope and burns. So don't carry the necklace of all the negativities, reactions, and possession. The death does not kill him who is not carrying the total past, he does not die. Shortcoming, one is past, second is future. When we react, there is a impression. When we respond, no impression is created. When we learn, we grow wise. What is the use of going to satsang if you are not changing? So when satsang is heard, it is not applied in day-to-day life. Then it will be one more feather in the cap speciality of our head. But spirituality is lasting all, losing all speciality and living as a non-specific existence. So a miserable person will not like others to be happy. So when assembled parts are separated, nothing is destroyed. Body is only an assembly of the parts. When parts are assembled, it is called as birth. So Bada Prakriya, I follow the Bada Prakriya. Therefore, thought of death will disappear from our mind once we know this. So death does not seek to kill him who is without desire and anger. Death does not wish to kill him whose mind is well reposed in the most holy abode and not fickle. ऐते ब्रह्मणा महादोषा संसारव्याधिहेतवा मनागपि न लुम्पन्ति चित्तमेकसमाधिया. Second, those great faults which are the causes of the disease of worldly existence do not seize the mind which is firm and composed even a little. I remain even the same pure consciousness, blissful existence. Therefore, most valuable thing in the universe is our peace of mind. Let whole world be at fire, but we have to keep ourselves at a peace of mind. Practice to remain as nobody for a longer period of time. You are non-specific entity. You are happy. Let everything happen. Let every day be happy when they want. Why you are worried? When you inquire, you'll find at root it is somebody who is disturbed. All inner dirty thoughts are flashed out by chanting the Lord's name. They will spend more and more time in chanting Lord's name. Develop passion. Those who do not have a passion, they end up in patience. So Shraddha and Saburi. The silence between the true mantra where this truth is hidden. Atmachinta ma ashresto sarva sankalpa varjita sarva dukkha kshaya kari sarva saubhagya vardhini karanam jivate ham prana chinta samahita. The contemplation of self, the destruction of all ideation, is the most excellence means that causes the destruction of all sorrows and increases all blessedness. The contemplation of prana or bioenergy, when practice is a cause of long life here. एवं मुक्ते मया पृष्ठ प्राणचिन्ता किमुच्यते कुशुण्डो मां तथा प्राणापानो इति श्रुतो ऊर्ध्वा किल देहस्मिन् प्रसुतो अनिलो वा. When they were told thus, Bhushunda was asked by me, what is spoken of the contemplation of prana? He then told me the two life winds, vital energies called prana and apana, are indeed spread in this body upwards and downwards. Though seemingly elusive concept of prana and its manifestation is fundamental to the Yogin school. For the complex description obtained in yogic literature and testimony of practicing yogis, it is now almost established that the word prana and its various functional derivatives refer to bioenergy operating through various psychological channels. Respiration is considered as a direct function of prana. Control of respiration is regarded as the most effective means of control of bioenergy, leading to the cessation of thoughts and attainment of superconsciousness. Apana is a functional aspect of prana vital energy. Prana and apana are considered to be efferent in nature, and the grosser level corresponds to inhalation and exhalation, respectively. That what is supporting both presence and absence is beyond presence and absence. This is the ultimate truth. That experience is like experience of space, supporting everyone, opposing none and rejecting none, changing none, yet remain the same. So shloka number 46. Kalevar mahayantra vayo shamahinyo hridayakasharkashani shashino agrisho samsarupayo jagrata swapna sushukteshu sadeva samarupayo durlakshya vidyamanapi gatihi sukshmataranayo pranapano bhoete spanda shakti sadagati. So the more subtle movement of these two vital energies, which drives the great machine of the body without fatigue, which are like the sun and the moon of the firmament of the heart, which are the nature of Agni and Soma, and which are always equal in the waking dream, deep sleep samadhi, is difficult to be pursued through though existing. These two vibrational energies, prana and apan, are always in the motion that is active. Above verse leaves no doubt as to the nature of prana and apana, dealt in the earlier verse. So it is because of the life the breathing is possible and not otherwise. Wherever we are disturbed, we are not doing Atma Chinta. World around us will not change. We have to change ourselves. Absence of sound, mind cannot think. Atma Chinta is the highest spiritual practice. And what is Atma Chinta? Dropping Anatma Chinta is Atma Chinta. Therefore, remain as nobody for a longer period of time. Learn to relax as much as we can. Disturbed mind is misery, undisturbed mind is a joy. So, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, and and Vikalpas are miseries. We don't mind our mind, we can help us. Controller is different from controlled, that is car. Yoga is Prakriti oriented, Veda is Purusha oriented. Yoga is too much activity oriented, body. Yoga is keeping us in the matter only. So Urdhvagastu Sthito Prana Pana Puna Akasiti. Prana exists going upward and the other hand Apana exists downward. Shloka number 49, 50, 51. Brahmano Mukhatvam Prananam Yadvadubhuja Kotarat Swarasena Nanam Tam Dhira Rechaka Viduha Dvadashangula Paryantam Bayam Akramata Tata Prananamangaswan Sparsho Yasa Puraka Uchate Bayat Parapatan Atyantar Pane Yatvavarjita Yoyam Purana Sparsho Vidutamapi Purakam. The outgoing of the pranas whose efforts have been given up by their own inclinations as from the hollows of the lotus and their occupying up to 12 finger breaths externally from their nostrils is known as Rechaka by the wise. The full contact with the body of pranas is called as a Puraka. When the outgoing breath returns within from outside without efforts, sensation of filling up that arises is called as the Puraka. So spiritual heart when the spiritual heart life begins, air is pulled, goes up. This is due to the prana shakti. Our mind and body are held together by glue of prana shakti. If you do pranayam properly, then you experience bodiless body without going to sleep. There is a little pause after bathing in which this is called as Keval Kumbhaka. There are no efforts involved. This effortless Kumbhak is mentioned here. In deep sleep, mind and body are not together. Mind is dropped. Mind has dropped the shape of body. Mind is merged into the total mind. Because of spanda of prana, life is maintained. Apanastam gate pranam yavad nabhudito hrudi tavat sa kumbhakavastam yogi bhiyanubhuyate. When the exhaled air has vanished, and as long as inhaled air has not risen in the heart, so long is the state of retention which is experienced by yogi. I am not because of the body, body is because of me. Body free experience without any sleep becomes main thing of life. Rechaka purakashcheva kumbhastam tridastita bhayascha antarbhascha tatshalanam lakshita. The exhalation, inhalation and retention exist in three parts. They are characteristics by attributes external and internal. Train ourselves to be available when we want. Chirajivit Karanam, the cause of long life. Agravyam asmin vyapare bhayam pariharanamana daine kati payareva param apnoti kevalam. Steady in this practice, avoiding external context, the mind attains to the supreme state absolutely and merely in the matter of days. Esha hi chitta vishranti maya prana samadhina kramena neva sampraptya swayam atmani nirmale. By this method of bringing together of the vital layer, this repose of mind is a stainless self was indeed obtained by me spontaneously. So, what is that? Complete suspension of involvement in the world. That is sincerely and intensely we are doing. And then breathing is so shallow that if it is going in the only nostrils. By this practice, mind comes to an extinction. Mahatma living in this body but not living as the body. They are living through the body, they are the common mind. This is the secret of their life. Esha hi chitta vishrante maya prana samadhina kramenane samprapte swayam atmani nirvale. By this method of bringing together of the vital layer, this repose of mind is stainless self was indeed obtained by me spontaneously. Therefore, remain extremely aware of the body and remain this thing. This is also one of the method by which we can merge in absolute. Illusions cannot be changed, illusion cannot be improved, illusions cannot be destroyed. Only thing that recognize this illusion and be away. Nothing disturbs me in this mirror. न भूत न भविष्यसि चिन्तयामि कदाचन दृष्टिमालभ्य तिष्ठामि वर्तमाना हि आत्मना. I neither think of the past nor the future at any time. Resting upon the view of the present with the mind, I remain here. So therefore now I am living as a self through the body and not as a body. We keep on thinking about wrong things. Look at the world with the eyes of wisdom. Accept the world as it is, and so you will be never miserable in your life. We suffer in the world exclusively because of ourselves. Nobody can make us unhappy. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन. No past, future, only presence. That which is constantly changing is world, but we are unable to recognize this and we suffer. Past is graveyard. You are not born here with prarabdha. Wherever are you born, that is your prarabdha. No, relax, only love and forget. न तुष्यति शुभ प्राप्यो न भूवैश्यपि खिन्नते मनोमय स्वम नित्यम तेन जीवात्ममानः. My mind is not delighted at the arrival of good fortune, nor does it suffer misery in misfortune. In every equal circumstances, due to that I live free from disease. I am bandhu parakhanam maya yam manyatha iti brahmanam janami tenasmi chirajivita. This one is a king's man, this one is a stranger, this one is mine, other one is otherwise. Says, I do not apprehend, thus I feel I am long lived. Although the problems of all the problems of the mind begins, all the problems of life begins, of our life begins from the mind. The problem of body, where the problems of this thing, where the problem of casual body and samadhi. So आशापाश विनुन्यायां चित्तवृत्ते समाहिते संस्पर्शन ददाम्याहं तेन जीवाम्यनायम् एतस्ते कथितं ब्रह्मम् एतस्मै चिरजीविते. Those people who do not have altar in the life, they are the poor of the purest. My mind is totally withdrawn in its own source. Thought-free mind is a consciousness. I do not allow or permit within the contact of any mental disposition, or though prompted or impelled by the snare of hope remaining composed. Hence I live without disease. Sega, this has been narrated to us to how I have lived long. Mind being being consciousness, it has a potentiality to create anything and everything. अहो प्रोक्तं तदोवन्तं परं विस्मयकारणात् एव मुक्ता तमा मन्त्रं मया भूयो दिव्यदत्तम्. Wise people can create the world in waking. People like us can create the world in a dream. So what is surprising on that? Ah, your account has been told since it is a cause of great wonder. Thus having spoken, I am bidden farewell to him. I went again to the heaven. Vashishta Rishi again went to the heaven. यतो कृतगुरुयुगस्यान्तं पुनः तेनास्मि सङ्गता मध्ये त्रेतायुगस्यास्य जाता त्वं रिपुसूदनम् पुनरद्याश्मटे वर्षे तत्रैवोपरि भूभृतं मिलितो भूतभूषण्डो मे तथे वाजररूपवान्. Again in the beginning of Krita Yuga that has elapsed, I have met with him, destroyer of the enemies. You are born in the midst of this Treta Yuga. Again in the 8th year now, Bhushundi was made by me on the mountain there itself, possessing the same form as before, not subject to the old age. Idam te kathitam chitram Bhushundo danta uttamam Shruta vicharyam chevantyam yatha yuktam tatha samacharam. Thus having narrated to you the wonderful and excellent history of Bhushunda, having heard and examined it within yourself, do what is proper. Iti Shri Vashishte Sangre Bhushunde Nopapakyanam Nama Ekavisha Sarga. Thus ends the 21st chapter story of Bhushunda. So, how to behave in this world? Elders respect and reverence, equals friendly, younger forgive them, and indifferent people, uncalled people are indifferent to them. We should remain always focused on our goal. That is, the let the divinity express through us. In this very life, let the divinity express through us. We have listened how we have to think and work. Real spiritual practice begins when we are committed to body identification, freedom. This is our goal. Save prana shakti by withdrawing from world. As a result, mind learn to remain at peace for a longer period of time. It merges in pure consciousness that we are. Think, reflect, and inquire and interact with this knowledge. With this prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ram Krishna Namastu. Submitting the divine fruits to the holy fruits of Sri Ramchandra.